Hello everyone, welcome to session number 6. If you're still here watching these videos, I want to congratulate you because you want to really change your health. How stress and your emotions can really shape your wellness. That is going to be our topic today. I'm going to give you simple tips to improve your mental health and your wellness. So, what is stress? Stress is a natural response of the body to challenge or threat. But when stress becomes a problem, because having a natural stress response is completely healthy. But when it becomes a problem is when we have stress all the time. When we have a long-term exposure to different types of stress, that is what we call distress. And then is when we can have different health consequences, like we can say problems sleeping, inflammation, digestive issues. There's a whole world of different things that can be reflecting stress in the body. So that is why it's very important to understand which could be those different signals that is telling you, hello, your body is going through a lot of stress and it's not handling that stress correctly. As we are talking about, there's different signs of the stress in the body. So effects of this chronic stress, or as we call this distress, that is the long-term stress, could be increased inflammation, disrupted sleep, mood swings and anxiety, and poor digestion and immune issues. So the thing is, when we consider that this could be consequences of long-term stress, or when we consider that these things that I named could be causes of stress in the body. Interesting, right? The stress and body connection, that is what we are going to talk about if we want to understand this dynamic that we were talking about. So the consequences of stress, and at the same time the consequences of stress could be stressing your body out. Okay, so there's different ways that the body can keep up with stress. But one and the main system is run by a very important hormone that probably you heard about, and I mentioned this in other of our series before this one, that is called cortisol. This hormone that is secreted by our adrenal glands. We do have 2 adrenal glands that are above our kidneys. So this hormone that is cortisol is very, very important to be able to manage stress. But what happens when we secrete too much cortisol during a long period of time because we are constantly stressed? So then is when we start having all these different issues that could be reflected by a hormonal imbalance, as I mentioned before, immune system issues, sleep issues. So what we're going to do, what are the tools that we do have in our daily life to do something about this cortisol release and this stress or these anxiety feelings that we could be going through? We're going to talk about that. As cortisol is this hormone that is so important for us and we need to be working properly and effectively, we do have different peaks of this cortisol during the day because it's a very important hormone that we need for our daily energy. What happens when we secrete cortisol? Finally, that situation is a normal situation, a healthy situation. But if we are secreting cortisol because of a fight or flight reaction, that is a complete different situation. Why? Because maybe we are secreting cortisol in hours of the day that we shouldn't be secreting cortisol. So what is a fight or flight situation? Did you say fight or flight? Yes, that is a situation that is a typical stress response to any type of triggers in your normal or daily life. Like, let's say you're driving and there's a car crash, you are, sleeping and you suddenly wake up because you're having hot flashes or because of noises. Maybe you're working and something happened in your work, in your daily work, that triggers that sensation or feeling of fight or flight mode. That is a response, a very short-term stress response that makes your body secrete more cortisol. But what happens in that situation that is not a normal or healthy secretion? That can make something in the body that is not really good for you, and that is a dysregulation of the glucose balance. Because when we are stressed and we secrete cortisol, your body immediately sends the signal to the body to release sugar from the liver deposits. The liver deposits or the muscle deposits for that sugar that is called glycogen. So we secrete glucose from there to send it immediately to the brain, because that is how the body handle that stress situation. So imagine that as a healthy response, but imagine that happening all the time. So then is when we can have these consequences or side effects of this long-term stress that we discussed earlier. Have you heard before about the term leaky gut or, for example, insulin resistance? Well, those two things are basically the main side effects of this stress, long-term stress. What about leaky gut? It's a dysfunction of the gut where the gut gets inflamed and there's a lot of disruption in the way that we absorb and we filter toxins to the blood. So that can create a lot of different problems that we are not going to name today because we do not want to get very technical. But if we think about leaky gut, and if you heard about leaky gut, we are talking about a very imbalanced situation on the gut that can affect the way that you absorb your nutrients and also the way that you detox, because your blood typically could be very contaminated with different things that you're not filtering properly. Another situation that I mentioned, the insulin resistance. Wow, that is a so common problem nowadays with all the stress we are exposed to. Insulin resistance is actually the opposite having diabetes, for example. Because when you do have diabetes, your body, your pancreas, this organ that is so important to produce insulin, is not producing this hormone. So we have issues with the sugar. But then when we are talking about insulin resistance, we are talking about a situation that comes from the cells are not allowing to use that insulin that is produced by the body correctly. So what happens is that you eat, but you don't really get the energy from the food. So eventually you will be starting feeling fatigue, low energy in general during the day, and also you could be accumulating more fat around the belly. Have you felt those symptoms? Maybe you are hearing this and you say, okay, this rings a bell for me. I mean, feeling fatigue, more fat than normal around the belly, or also maybe not having results if you're exercising, you're going to the gym and you're doing the same routine as always, but not really getting the results you need. Probably you could have insulin resistance. Now we are going to talk about different tools that we have to be able to manage stress daily, right? One of the main tools that I think we do have is free. You don't need much things or equipment to be able to do it, is breathing. You can breathe. Learn to breathe. Think about breathing and how important that is to regulate all your nervous system. Okay? When you're going through a specific situation that you feel that is triggering you and you feel like your heart rate can go up and you don't know what is going on, then breathe. Just take a deep breath. Hold a few minutes or a few seconds maybe, or a whole minute, and then slowly exhale. That simple technique of breathing can help you a lot to regulate your nervous system. That will be one of the tools. The other things that you can put in practice, of course, could be doing something, any type of activity that you like. Because I can tell you, okay, just go and exercise, but maybe you don't like hitting the gym. Maybe you don't like to bike or run or walk. Find or pick something that you like to do, that you understand, and you understand that your body feels calmed doing that type of things. Like it could be anything, like exercise, great, because of course exercise is great for life in general, but it could be also something artistic, writing, listening to music, whatever you know and feel that is calming your nervous system, any activity that you feel safe with. That is really important, to identify something and try to have a routine over those things. Okay, like maybe if you like just, I don't know, like walking or just listening to music, maybe combine both. You can just go somewhere for a walk with your headphones and listening to music that you like. I mean, reading, if you like to read, if you like to go to the beach, I mean, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you to try to listen to your body and understand what things make you feel like home, safe. Choose those things and try to implement them at least 2 or 3 times a week. Okay, we already talked about different tools that you can implement. Now we're going to talk about nutrition. What things from the nutrition area or perspective you can implement to be able to help your body handle stress. If you think about cortisol and what happens in the body when you secrete cortisol in different hours that you shouldn't be secreting cortisol, and the glucose dysregulation that you can have out of it, that then can lead you to insulin resistance. What you want to do for sure is to implement or to prioritize in your diet foods that will have a protein base or a healthy fat base, and also fiber, good hydration, and minerals. Very important. Don't forget about minerals, because you can drink water, but if that water do not have any minerals, that is going to really impact in your adrenal health. Remember, adrenal glands, these glands that are secreting cortisol, they do really depend on minerals and also B vitamins. Where do you find B vitamins? In animal products like meat, poultry, fish, dairy products, but also you find B vitamins in leafy greens, veggies. Mainly, of course, you also have lentils, nuts, seeds. There's a variety of foods that you can implement, but B vitamins are really important. And also nuts and seeds do have something very important, a mineral that is really, really important when it comes to stress, that is called magnesium. Okay, have you heard about magnesium before? Well, it's really, really important because it's a mineral that actually have a part or interferes in 300 different functions in the body. So you don't want to forget about magnesium. If you're not having a great diet because you are having a crazy stress routine, a work routine, and you're not being able to eat properly, so in that case, you can think about supplementing magnesium. Of course, I'm okay with supplements if they are needed. Right now, we need to be conscious that that food do not have the same amount of nutrients that it used to have, okay? So there's nothing wrong of supplementing your diet with supplements if you need them. And magnesium, for sure. If you ask me, you can name 5 supplements, top supplements that I can do if I feel that my diet is not great, that will be magnesium for sure. The form of magnesium that I typically recommend is magnesium glycinate, because it has the best absorption compared to other type of magnesiums. But magnesium glycinate, also theanine, magnesium theanine, or citrate if you want to have a gentle help with bowel movements, right? B vitamins, omegas that you can get from fish or algae, but if you want to supplement yourself, omega-3 could be a good option. Already mentioned 3, magnesium, omegas, and B vitamins. Then you can have minerals, because if you are not able to add maybe the correct salt into your water, that you can do that. I already mentioned that in other sessions, Celtic salt, sea salt. You can also add some minerals into your water. Another very, very important supplement that you can have, that I feel that it helps a lot it's not that I feel, it does help a lot the immune system, because it works directly into the gut, probiotics. Okay, so if you're not able to have fermented foods typically in your daily life, so in that case you should think about a probiotic. Okay, so we will name this again: magnesium, B vitamins, minerals, omegas, and probiotics. I think that those 5 supplements could be 5 different supplements that can really support your immune system and your wellness in general, to help your body handle stress better. So as these sessions are about not only wellness but also mental health, I think that I need to talk about something very, very important that has been scaling nowadays. Now we know that there's a big percentage of the worldwide population that is suffering from something called methylation issues. If you're thinking, okay, maybe I know something about that, we are talking about different genetic mutations that affect the methylation cycle. Have you heard about MTHFR mutation, MTHFR family mutation, well, we're talking about that in specific. What is methylation? Methylation is a cycle that occurs on the liver in a specific and is in charge of breaking down different things, from hormones to toxins to neurotransmitters. And then is when this kind of gets a real important role into mental health. Because if you do have any methylation issues, you could be suffering from anxiety, depression, any type of alcohol abuse, drug abuse. If you have anything in your past about this, the problem could be methylation. So now you're thinking, okay, and what I do about this, how can I know? Well, there's different ways of knowing that you may have something like this, but the way to confirm it for sure is doing a genetic test. If you work with someone that can help you, maybe someone that can maybe suggest genetic testing, probably we're talking about maybe a naturopath or a functional doctor. Probably those type of doctors can guide you a little bit more into these genetic testings. So I wanted to mention, because I know, and I had a lot of patients during these years that came to me looking to improve their health, to improve their mood, to improve their life, because they were not feeling quite good. They were not feeling themselves. And and now in my practice, I started working with these methylation issues, and I understood how important is methylation for someone that has these symptoms. Anything in that spectrum, from anxiety, depression, any type of drug abuse or alcohol abuse, or even HDAD. If you have any of that and you have heard about methylation before, take in consideration that could be your problem, because it's something that can help you. If you know that you have these issues, this can be addressed naturally, because methylation is something that occurs in the liver. So if we give the body those nutrients that are missing, and we give the body those tools that are missing to be able to methylate properly, so ideally with someone that is helping, that knows, a professional, you can reach a point where you won't need these maybe medications, synthetic medications anymore. I don't know if it's the case, if you're taking something or not, but typically the patients that consult me, they are taking already medication and they no longer want to take medication because they don't feel actually right about it. So if it's your case and you're still struggling with negative feelings or any of the things that I mentioned before, methylation could be your problem. So research, read. There's a lot of information out there, and if you have the possibility to check yourself with a functional doctor, with a naturopath that can guide you a little bit more along this process, you can have amazing benefits in your mental health. And if you work on your methylation because of the mental health at the same time, you will be helping your body and supporting your body in so many different ways, because you will be working on detoxing better, you will be breaking down your hormones better, and you're going to handle stress better. So that is going to be translated into less inflammation, great immune system, better sleep, better mood, and better energy. I mean, it's great, right? Okay, so remember the first sessions that we talked about nutrition, and we talked about doing like different activities, or also taking into consideration reviewing your fridge, your pantry to know what you have on there. So in this case, you can also apply something that we call maybe a journal, and you can have a journal for a full week where you will write down things that you feel that are triggering you. For example, I don't know, something that alters you at work, or maybe maybe talking about relationship, could be something in the relationship with your husband, your friend, something, I don't know, whatever you feel that triggers you, you should write it down there, and how you feel, how you felt about that, how you're feeling at the moment. Maybe if you implemented any breathing or anything or any of the tools that we discussed today that can help. So write down everything. So after 1 week of doing that, you will have probably a better idea which things are triggering you and which things can actually help you to be able to handle that stress better. I feel that activity can be done by anyone. The only thing that you need is basically where to write down. It could be your phone, it could be a computer. You can use a notebook. Doesn't matter. Track everything, and you will have a better idea what to do about those triggers, and also which things of the possible tools for calming the adrenal glands and your nervous system work better for you. So, gentle reminders as we do every session. Important for you to remember, you are allowed to slow down. How important is to understand that, right? You're stressed, you're working, you're having everything under control, but you need to know that you can also slow down, breathe, and take things with calm, okay? Your feelings are valid. Don't forget about that. If you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling sad, if you're feeling low energy or negative for some reason, take a pause, breathe, and understand that feeling that way is valid. Whatever you need to do about that, you will do it eventually. You're already working on it. If you're listening, we have listened to all this session, you're already working for you. You're already doing something for you. So don't forget that those emotions are valid. Validate them, understand how to work on them, breathe, and take a time for you. And, maybe explore a little bit on what to do to make your body feel better. We already talked about that, all the tools that we talked about today, all those things that we discussed that you can do, take in consideration and understand that any of those things, if you start slowly incorporating any of those, can help you to feel better step by step. Your emotional health matters. So remember to nourish every day your body, your mind, your heart, and your spirit. Every day. Remind that it's really important. So small steps for big changes. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and see you next session.